Good evening, children. I am trying to do one video class for you people. It's regarding map pointing of 10th class, geography that is. So, in the geography, map pointing is very crucial. You have 15 marks. You can fetch 15 marks in the board examination, and more than 15 marks you will be asked in the form of bits. So, whatever it may be, we going to do the map pointing today, and you follow. You just look at this class and practice later. So here the first lesson from geography is the physical features of India. If you look at the textbook, what are the physical features of India? There are some 4-5 physical features. It consists Himalayas, Indo-Gangetic Plain, Deccan Plateau, desert, coastal plains, or whatever it may be. So today we going to discuss and we going to do the map pointing for Deccan Plateau region, southern India. So here in southern India, if you look at what are the important map pointing questions that you're going to come in the examination. If you look at broadly, this is called a Deccan Plateau or Southern Plateau. So Southern Plateau consists different plateaus. We'll see what they are. First of all, we'll start map pointing with the pointing Western Ghats. I am pointing with the pens. You don't use pens, you use only the pencils. So this line is totally called Western Ghats, and this is probably you can call it as the Eastern Ghats. And here Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats, and always use this kind of symbol for locating hills or mountains. So of a triangle symbol you can use to locate these hills or mountains. But look at Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. If you are locating, I think no need to write here, this is Western Ghats and these are Eastern Ghats. And most important here in map pointing is, so these Eastern Ghats going to meet Nilgiris here in the south. The Nilgiris are very important mountains, important hills in the map pointing. So if you want to locate Nilgiris, you have to locate here in the bottom of India, that is southern India, that is in Tamil Nadu actually. If you are locating the same thing in political map is different. If you are locating in the political map, so this is the political map, you are locating somewhere here. But in your examinations, no one is going to give you the political map. You will be given only outline map. So pointing in outline map is difficult when compared to this political map. Political map is everything is divided here. So here it's not divided. You have to locate in only on the outline map. So to locate in the outline map, what technique you have to use? You just use the edges. So India is a beautiful country. You got many edges here. So these kind of edges, you have to see which edge is nearer to your map pointing. For example, Nilgiris. Nilgiris is here. You remember this edge, and just top to this edge. Top to this, here you locate Nilgiris, and Nilgiris you just mix with the Eastern Ghats. So Eastern Ghats going to merge in Nilgiris. So here the Nilgiris are. And one more question what you're going to get from Nilgiris is important peak. What is the highest peak in Nilgiris? I'm using different color here. The highest peak in Nilgiris is called Doda Betta. Doda Betta, if I teach you in the class, you come to know, but there is here, these are the new things you try to learn. The highest peak in Nilgiris is Doda Betta. Its height is 2637 meters. 2637 meters is the height of Dodabetta that is located in Nilgiris. This is 2637 meters. Don't write kilometers. 2637 meters. This is in Nilgiris. So what is the other importance of Nilgiris is just beside Dodabetta. Just beside Dodabetta you find here. This also I am pointing with a different color. Here it is Ooty. Ooty, the famous hill station in South India, otherwise it is called Udagamandalam. Udagamandalam is the other name is 26. This is for the Ooty and its height is somewhere around 2240 meters. Nothing to do with the height of Ooty. No one is going to ask you the height of Ooty here. Udagamandalam is another name of Ooty, just located in same Nilgiris, just beside the highest peak Dodabetta. So Dodabetta is the highest peak in Nilgiris, that is 2637 meters is the height. Right after this you find one more important mountain range in southern India. Here you remember this edge in Kerala, bottom of southern of Kerala, and here you find these hills. These hills are called Annamalai Hills. These are called Annamalai Hills, and here in Annamalai Hills also you find the highest peak. Highest peak here it is Anaimudi. Anaimudi is the highest peak in Annamalai Hills. Anaimudi height comes to 695 meters, 2695 meters. So Dodabetta height is 2637 meters and Anaimudi height is 2695 meters. So which one is bigger? Definitely it is Anaimudi with the 2695 meters. It is the highest peak in the South India. If you are asked a question in the bit paper, what is the highest peak in South India, Southern India? This is Anaimudi with the height of 2695 meters. It is more than Dodabetta, 2637 meters. If you are asked which is the highest in Nilgiris, then you write Dodabetta. If you are asked which is the highest peak in Annamalai Hills, that is Anaimudi. Not only Annamalai Hills, it is in entire South India. If someone is asking you the highest peak, that becomes Anaimudi. So if you are asked highest peak in Nilgiris, then it comes Dodabetta. So height is very important. You have to remember the height, the meters with the peak names. So the Dodabetta, Anaimudi, so the Eastern Ghats, Western Ghats. So this is, and here Annamalai Hills, and if you go here you find some Cardamom Hills. Cardamom Hills, which is not asked in the exam. Of course, you practice it. Cardamom Hills, here it's important, and if you are going for few more hills, if you want to know apart from Cardamom, and few more hills are very important here. This edge, this bottom you come, and here in the Eastern Ghats only it is. I am for Eastern Ghats. Here it is Seshachalam Hills. Seshachalam Hills you find. In this Seshachalam Hills only you find Tirupati, the holy place of Hindus. Seshachalam Hills, and here these edges you have to remember, and here the W like structure, you bottom in South India you find this structure like a W, and here you find Nallamala Hills, and this area is famous for Nallamala Forest. Nallamala Forest, where this former Chief Minister Rajshekar Reddy was accidentally dead there. So Nallamala Hills, Nallamala Forest or Nallamala Hills, whatever it is, you try to locate here. This is the area, and this is the area Seshachalam Hills, and very important Nilgiri and Annamalai Hills. In Nilgiris, Dodabetta is the highest peak, that is with 2637 meters, and Annamalaya Naimudi, right? So after this, you go little bit top to the south of this country, and here you find the important mountain range, and this one is, you can call it as Vindhyan range or Vindhya mountains. And here this passes through the Gujarat, and of course it continues in Madhya Pradesh. Of course in Uttar Pradesh this range is continued too, and the total range is continued somewhere around 1086 kilometers, actually nothing to do with the length. And here one more range, here it start with the Maharashtra. These mountains going to start, and these mountains are Satpura mountains. Remember, this is going to stretch in Maharashtra as well as in Madhya Pradesh. You go to the top once you are marking these Satpura mountains and Vindhyan mountains. From left to right, you just go on increasing basis. So this is Vindhya and this is Satpura. And this is Vindhya and Satpura. This Vindhya is the topmost boundary of Deccan Plateau. Deccan Plateau ends here in Vindhya region, and east side Eastern Ghats, west side Western Ghats, northern side you have Vindhya, only for Deccan Plateau. For entire plateau you find here, this is a very important area to locate. This range is called Aravali range. Aravali range it is called. So this is Aravali range, and here also like Nilgiris, Aravali also you have highest peak. The highest peak here it is called Guru Sikar. Guru Sikar it is called, with the height of 1722 meters. 1722 meters is the highest peak in Aravalis. And Aravalis, you remember, this is the oldest mountain chain system in the India. Oldest mountain chain. Youngest is Himalayas. Later we going to discuss. So, but remember, Aravali if comes, you just remember three things. Aravalis are the northernmost tip of entire plateau. The total plateau, the northernmost tip is Aravali. Here the plateau going to end. So there onwards Indo-Gangetic plain starts. So here the desert starts. Of course you know here it's a desert. But the plateau, Aravali is the topmost place. Guru Sikar is the highest peak with 1722 meters is the height. Now come to here. At the edge of Gujarat and Rajasthan, here you find the important place in Aravalis. This is Mount Abu. The Mount Abu is the important hill station in Aravalis. Mount Abu is surrounded with the forest, and a nice, beautiful, picturesque scene you are going to experience in Mount Abu. That Mount Abu also falls in Aravali range. But in Aravali, the highest peak is not Mount Abu, it is Guru Sikar. 1722 is the height of Guru Sikar, and this is Mount Abu you are going to learn. Anyway, so this is Aravalis, and here you find, this is the area you find Rajmahal Hills. Rajmahal Hills is very important, and this is going to make a boundary. A little bit here only you just point out, not there. So this is the easternmost tip of plateau. So here the plateau going to end. So this is the entire plateau from here to here you're going to find the entire area. So now the plateau is divided into different zones. In between Aravali and Vindhya, if you mark it like this, not Mount Abu you write somewhere here, Mount Abu. But this area, of course it's a plateau only, but this is called Malwa Plateau. This is called Malwa Plateau, and here this is the area you can call the same plateau as Chota Nagpur Plateau. This is Chota Nagpur Plateau, this is Malwa Plateau, this is Chota Nagpur Plateau, and the entire this one is called Deccan Plateau. It is called Deccan Plateau, otherwise it is called Southern Plateau, otherwise it is called Peninsular Plateau. Peninsular, why it is called peninsular? Because this plateau, this landmass consists the water three sides. This side the water, this side also water, other side also water. If any landmass consists three side water, that is automatically called peninsula. So this is also called a peninsula, and this is normally called peninsular plateau. So this is all about your Deccan Plateau. Let me check if anything is left. So here one more thing to locate. Here try to look at this edge, and here in Orissa you find a peak called Mahendragiri. Of course, Mahendragiri height is somewhere around 1601 meters, but nothing too important. The Mahendragiri is the important place in Eastern Ghats. Well-known peak, well-known tourist peak it is Mahendragiri. Mahendragiri, if it is asked, here it is. Orissa you find Mahendragiri, and only one thing is to discuss. In between Vindhya and Satpura, you have one river. Later we are going to discuss. When river map pointing we are doing, there we are going to discuss about this important river. This is Narmada. This is the river. So what you come to know by this map pointing, Deccan, the total southern plateau, Indian plateau is divided into three. One is Deccan Plateau, Malwa Plateau, Chota Nagpur Plateau. So the entire plateau is headed. Aravalli is in the north, Rajmal Hills in the east, Western Ghats, east, and that is Eastern Ghats. So this Vindhyan range, Vindhyan mountains going to divide the Malwa Plateau and the Deccan Plateau. So you will be asked a question, you may be asked a question, which mountain range going to divide the Malwa Plateau and Deccan Plateau? The answer is Vindhyan range. Vindhyan mountains or Vindhyan range that divides Malwa Plateau and Deccan Plateau. Otherwise, sometimes you will be asked, which river going to divide Malwa Plateau and Deccan Plateau? That is Narmada river. Narmada got a lot of importance. Narmada divides Vindhya and Satpura. Two mountain ranges are divided by Narmada. Two plateaus are also divided by Narmada. If in answers, multiple choice questions, if the answers, in the four answers, if Vindhya is there, you go for Vindhya. If not, Narmada is there, you can go for Narmada. That divides Malwa Plateau and Deccan Plateau. So this is the first map pointing class for 10th class. This is only we dealt with southern India. If anything is missing, later I am going to explain. But if anybody got doubt, personally to my number you ask doubts, don't ask in group, everybody will get disturbed. I am putting this first video class. I don't know how it is, but anyway, so this is the map pointing. You practice that, practiced maps you keep it in the group that you did it. I want to see, I want to check everybody's map, and you buy these kind of maps so that if a book you are buying that comes for 60-70 rupees, in that 100 maps will be there. Otherwise you take some 10-20 maps, it's enough, but take only outline. If you take the, already I show you the map like this, political map for capitals, Delhi, Hyderabad, if this kind of things here, where is Rajasthan, where is Uttar Pradesh, where is Tamil Nadu, if you want to locate, political map is important. But in your exam, political map is not given, you will be given only this outline map. So outline map, if you practice, it is helpful for your examinations. Right, thank you.